The Big Show with Night and Day. Pick up a Night and Day Milk Bar card and get your 6th shake for free.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 29th of January 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And Mogey, you absolute stallion and your tidy-whitey, how's life?
Yeah, going pretty grousey, you sick son of a bee, you mad dog. Having a ball on this long weekend where 60% of the country's got the day off, but not us because we're goddamn backbones and we turn up day in, day out, whether we or you like it or not.
Yeah, totally, man. I mean, the boss said to us the other day, you guys want to take this day off? We said, not in your Nelly, mate. We're here to do the job for the people of New Zealand, for all the backbones out in the rest of the country. Keyzie.
What?
Big weekend for you, I know. We've already done the podcast, but struggling a bit today. But listen, Mogey and I will lift you up, mate.
Thanks,
on
mate.
our shoulders and get you through the show. How's life?
Life's good. Had my wedding anniversary yesterday. Me and my lovely wife had quite a big evening. Safe to say we woke up a bit worse for wear this morning. But I don't want to go easy on Keyzie Day.
Okay, good.
I just want business as usual.
Sure.
Because I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see how you go throughout the show, eh?
Yeah.
We'll just play it by ear.
Yeah, you
now,
rogue
listen,
stallion.
Mogey, big day for you as well.
Big day for me,
we'll
man.
We'll be talking about this throughout the show because you could blow at any moment, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. I've got a big day tomorrow, and that is having a colonoscopy. I am potentially seconds away from defecating in my pants. So we're going to have a little bit of a poos watch for old Mogey over the rest of the show. And if your mates aren't listening to it, ring them up because it'll be the first time that someone's potentially shat themselves live on air.
Yeah, look, I've done a lot in radio. I've done some great shows. I've done some average shows, but I've never done a show where someone's shat themselves.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to the potential of that. I'm also looking forward to you getting in contact with us on 3483 or sending us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app or giving us a call on 0800 Hodaki. Now listen, where are you? What are you wearing? Let us know. Let's get into She-Hard.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Bon Jovi there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 13 minutes past 4 o'clock. Now, it's Auckland anniversary day today, fellas.
So good.
And the city is absolutely deserted, as you would imagine, because it's a holiday for all Aucklanders, apart from us backbones.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I was thinking about it, Mogey, and I was thinking, what a great opportunity for the rest of the country to reflect on what a great city Auckland is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The backbone of this country, the heartbeat, if you will. And I thought it was a great opportunity for people outside of Auckland to give their views on all the great things about Auckland, all the things that they love about Auckland on 3483, or giving us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
I agree with you.
Thanks, mate.
And I think what's a little bit weird about it is they have regional ones, don't they? So there's a Wellington anniversary. I think that the whole country should get Auckland anniversary day off so that everybody can celebrate the wonders of Auckland. Other cities, you know, just regionally because who cares, but Auckland just brings so much to the table.
Yeah, and like for example, today is also Nelson anniversary day.
Wow.
But who cares, you know, it's about Auckland.
And Northland.
And Northland.
Oh, is it Northland as well? Yeah.
But once again, who cares, you know, it's about Auckland.
Let's be honest about it. I mean, there would be no Nelson and there would be no Northland if it wasn't for Auckland.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like geographically.
In fact, I would go so far as to say that the whole country would collapse without Auckland.
Do you know what I love about Auckland is whenever you go anywhere, like I know I've got a lot of family down in Christchurch, you go down there and all of them wish they lived in Auckland.
Yeah.
You know, like the weather's great, the commuting and stuff's great. You can get everything. You know, it's just a great place to live.
The opportunities are great.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The people are great.
Yeah.
Aucklanders.
I go down to Wellington, for example, and everyone there is just like, oh, God, I'm only in Wellington because it's so cheap, you know, and it's a sort of rundown place and this is all I can afford. My dream is to one day make it to Auckland. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's right. And they've even come up with a term for the people up here, Jaffa, eh?
Yeah,
Jaffa. Just another fantastic Auckland.
That's right, yeah.
How good.
And like, because I'm from Tauranga, right? And you go down there.
Which is absolute
Durbrainville,
isn't it? I mean,
compared to
absolute.
Yeah.
compared to Auckland.
Yeah.
Well, everything is compared to Auckland.
Yeah, it's fair play. But you go down there, and lots of Aucklanders are now moving to Tauranga, and like the Tauranga people are stoked about it because they're like, it's like they're building their own mini Auckland, which is what they really want.
Yeah, which is what they want, but it'll never be the same.
They can't have
you
it.
Can't.
Yeah,
One of the hardest things I find coming from Auckland is when I do go to other places in the country and just not treating all the people in those places like dirbrains.
Yeah,
because
it's hard.
obviously, coming from Auckland, I mean, it sounds arrogant, but I
it's
sort of
not,
say,
though.
it's not sort of a step above.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're the big city.
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of just clambering to be like us.
That's right. I mean, if Australia is New Zealand's big brother, then Auckland is the rest of New Zealand's big brother.
Yeah, totally.
And I think the rest of the country loves Auckland in the same way that New Zealand loves Australia.
Yeah, because we love Australia.
Totally, mate.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you can have your say on 3483. Feel free to text it in, or you can send us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app. How much do you love Auckland?
Yeah, or give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
Or do a talkback. The talkbacks are really great.
Or text us.
Yeah,
or text us.
whatever you want to do, really.
Or call us.
Yeah. Hey, here's the red hot chili peppers.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Fatboy Slim there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 24 minutes past 4 o'clock. We're celebrating Auckland today because it's Auckland Anniversary Day, Mogey.
It's a celebration.
Yeah, man.
Auckland.
So we asked you to sort of send in your text on 3483 what you love about Auckland. What are we looking at there, Keyzie?
Well, the good news is pretty much the whole of New Zealand feels the same way about Auckland as we do. They absolutely love it. G'day, guys. I love commuting an hour to work and an hour back.
Yes.
Good, eh?
So
It's
good, man.
awesome.
Well, it's my time to unwind. You know what I mean? And I love being bumper to bumper and seeing what other people are doing in their cars.
Yeah.
It's great.
I love being bumper to bumper, either on the road or in here in the studio with you boys.
Yeah. At
Yeah.
the urinal.
At the urinal there,
Yeah,
bumper
yeah.
to bumper, Keyzie.
Yeah, man. So good.
Douche.
Everyone is saying the motorway out of Auckland is great.
Oh, it's so good, man. You know what I was like on Friday.
I do.
Going to the family batch. I couldn't wait to get on the motorway.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Because
Yeah.
they've been working on it for ages and it's almost ready.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
got 2 lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it's going to have 3 soon, which is very exciting. I love all the people in Auckland and the crime as well.
The crime is good.
It's good crime, isn't
It's
it?
next level.
The crime is so good that it actually makes the papers and the national news.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the crime in the country might make the local newspaper, if they've even got one. But ours, the whole country ends up knowing about it.
Well, and to be honest, the crime in the rest of the country is someone's stolen a lollipop.
Yeah, exactly. We're
or,
driving
what
cars
I mean?
through the front of buildings
Yeah,
and whatnot.
totally, man. You come and live
Get
out
with
west.
it,
Come and
man.
live out west if you want to have some crime action.
Yeah, man. Good crime. Good old-fashioned crime. This person here hitting on a real good point. Every time I go to Auckland, I need a lot of beersies to get me through.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's always a good party here.
Yeah, plenty of places to get a beersy, Keyzie?
So you bet it. I love how Auckland, how busy it is everywhere in Auckland. Same here. There's always stuff going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
100.
just pumping all the time.
So much pumping. And the best thing about Auckland is the flight out of Auckland. That's a really good flight.
It's a smooth flight. And it's
Beautiful
an easy
view.
drive, about half an hour drive out to the airport. And
Yeah.
then it's just, you're off the tarmac in no time flat.
And just the view of Auckland as well. It's just amazing.
It's such a pretty city. Someone else has also texted in on 3483. I love all the poos on the beaches.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah,
poos
yeah.
on- I've been to, especially over summer, went to the Hawke's Bay, a bunch of places, and none of their beaches have got poos in the water.
Yeah.
Well, where do they put their poos? It's meant to go in the water, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. It was gross.
Yeah, it sounds gross.
I was the same, where was I? In
Coromandel or anything?
Yeah, it was the Coromandel. Yeah. And the water was so clear.
Yeah.
There were no poos anywhere, and it just freaked me out.
Yeah, and this
know what
one
I'm
here
saying?
on 3483 on the old text machine. G'day, guys. Snake here from Dunners. I love getting up to Auckland and hanging on K Road. It's nice to get up there for a dirty weekend away where no one knows you. Happy anniversary. Cheers, Snake Man. Absolutely, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's so
yeah.
good. I was on K Road last night, actually. It was great.
Yeah, getting into it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was getting stuck into the old winning anniversary there at a restaurant.
Absolute animal. And that's
Ordering
what
up a
Auckland's
storm.
all about.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Well done,
Well done, Auckland. Yeah, we love you, Auckland.
Backbone. And speaking of your anniversary, we'll talk about that next, Keyzie. 'Cause
Oh, nah.
you're really under the gun, and I had
Nah.
a tearful call from your wife last
yeah.
night, so that'll be next, eh?
No, it's not.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Marcy Playground there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 4:35. Now, true story this. I came into work today and poor old Keyzie. I mean, he's not always his best on a Monday, Mogey, to be fair. You know, he often has a big weekend, but it was your wedding anniversary yesterday,
Yeah.
Keyzie. You were very quiet this afternoon. Is everything all right, mate?
Everything's great. I think it was a testament to the great day that we had together yesterday. We certainly celebrated our year of being together, and it was sort of, here's to another year at least type behaviour going on, so that was great. Excellent day. We went to the cliff diving in the afternoon. Before that, I got up early, went and played 18 holes of golf with my mates. Got that sort of out the way, went for a couple of beers at lunchtime with them, and then she sort of dragged me away from that to go to the cliff diving, which was fun in the end.
Well, because there was free booze, you said.
Well, yeah. So responsibly, I was getting amongst that, obviously.
And free food and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ran into a few of my mates at the cliff diving, so that was cool. Went and hung out with them for a wee bit. And then I think we left there at about sort of 6:30, went up to a bar on K Road there.
Who's that, you and your mates?
Oh, no, one of my mates owns it.
Oh, good.
So we're hanging out with him, which was quite cool. Him and this other fella, they were great value. And then went into a restaurant, had a lovely night, and then put the wife to bed, and I stayed up late after that watching YouTube videos. So,
Yeah.
it was great. Yeah.
So you started off the morning with 18 holes of golf without your wife.
Yeah, but she was like, it's our special day. And I was like, yeah, but like lunchtime onwards, it doesn't need to be the whole day.
Yeah,
the wedding
exactly.
started.
No, that's right.
The wedding
Sure.
started in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So until it hits about sort of 2 in the afternoon, it's not really the wedding anniversary. And to be
That's
honest, I was more celebrating Auckland anniversary rather than the wedding anniversary. But I think overall, great time.
Yeah. What'd you end up getting there with your piece with paper? Because it's paper anniversary for the 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you go with in the end? You did an acrostic poem on the Friday there, but
But then Jase wrote me that other one.
yeah.
So I read that out to her.
Yeah.
She didn't like it.
My thong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't really like it.
Well,
at
it
all.
would have been your reading of it rather than
Really?
the actual poem.
I felt like the
itself.
subject
as a
matter and the
performance,
content was.
Well, I didn't want to bring this up or say this.
Well, you don't have to, Jase. We just move. I could just play the next tune if you want.
Just on that, what upset her about it is because she rang me in tears that night while you were lying on the couch asleep with your chainsaw bloody snoring
yeah, that's
going
right.
on. And she said what upset her about it, Mogey, was that she knew I'd written it. And that Keyzie tried to pass it off as his.
Yeah,
and
it's lazy. It's lazy, isn't it?
Yeah, massively lazy.
Well, just because when I was talking to her about it, she said it was the part where you said I have dumps like a truck that she didn't really enjoy.
Truck.
Yeah.
See, again, you're not delivering it.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. But honestly, it's only the first wedding anniversary. The only way is up. I'll get better at it.
No, there's down as well.
Yeah.
Definitely there is down, Keyzie.
Yeah, but what's the next wedding anniversary, by the way? You've had paper.
It might be aluminium or tin.
Tin.
Tin, yeah.
A tin of baked beans or something.
But look, to be honest with you, don't think you need to worry about that, Keyzie.
Yeah, because we're not doing gifts. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, is this Bob Marley? Tune. Hey, fellas.
is it?
Tune. Iron Lion Zion.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
You too there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, 6 minutes to 5 o'clock. Coming up after 5 o'clock, colonoscopy chat. How you going, by the way, mate? You feeling all right?
So far, so good, man.
Yes.
I took a couple of pills this morning for loosening the stool.
Yeah.
And later on, I have to have some liquids, which is apparently going to have an instant effect. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these pills are going to do it or what. Weirdly, the information I've received has been pretty poor. So I thought I'd risk it and come into the radio. And if I poo my pants, it's all worth it.
Yeah, be totally worth it, man.
Good content.
Also after 5 o'clock, of course, Sport Chat, massive sporting weekend.
Yeah.
And yes, Keyzie.
I was just going to say, the very end of 5 o'clock, as we always do, is What's for Tea New Zealand. In fact, it's 6 o'clock. So if you already know what you're having for dinner, why not text them through now on
Well, it's a bit
3483?
early for that, Keyzie.
Yeah, I know. It's, get ahead of the
Sure.
curve.
And also after 5 o'clock, Keyzie a little bit upset with his neighbour. He was feeling a bit ragged this morning, and his neighbour woke him up early. So we'll be delving into that as well. All that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Remember, everyone that texts through on 3483 or gives us a call on 0800 Hodaki or sends us a talkback on the iHeart Radio app goes in the draw for a $50 Night Day voucher.
So good. Of course, Night and Day, home of the milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes. They also have a milk bar card, so if you buy 5, you can actually get a 6th one free.
Holy hell, mate.
Now, listen,
Yeah.
for those of you just joining the show today, by the way, Mogey's having a colonoscopy tomorrow, so he's fully, what would you say, rimmed up with, well, no, not rimmed up.
No.
What else could it be? Have a think.
Fully dosed up with
Oh, yeah.
laxatives,
Yeah.
etc., etc. So there could be an explosion at any point. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I went and picked up the drugs today, and there's a couple of things you have to get. The laxatives, and then there's a drink that you have to drink sort of about 10 to 12 hours later. So I haven't got to the drink part of it yet, but they gave me 100 of these laxative pills, and
Wow.
you're only meant to take 2.
They give you 100.
Yeah, so I've taken about 15 so far.
Yes.
So far, so good.
Right, and I believe also...
So far, so good.
Sounds terrifying. Later on in the show, too, we're going to have one of New Zealand's most beloved broadcasters on to discuss
We are.
colonoscopies, because I believe he went through one recently as well.
That's exactly right. Matt Heath had one late last year, and we're going to be yarning to him about what I can expect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great stuff, mate. Just on the laxative front, actually, Keyzie, I'm thinking after a big weekend, you know, to avoid the old midnight steamer, you could borrow a couple of those from
Oh, yeah.
old Mogey there and get it done earlier in the day so you don't wake your wife up.
Jase, totally, man. It's such a good idea. Thanks for that, man. You're always thinking of me.
Yeah,
It's all right,
man.
mate. I know I am, Keyzie.
Yeah.
It's all
Pop
right,
them
mate.
on the old shelf there.
Totally.
Pop them up on the
Bathroom
old
shelf.
shelf.
Yeah, we do have a bathroom shelf, actually.
Pop them up there.
Tune.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, Leonard Skinner there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Hey, guys, I'm going to have a colonoscopy tomorrow.
Yes.
And the reason I'm going to go and get a colonoscopy is because a mate of mine, he went and had one done recently. He's probably a few years younger than me, actually.
Right.
But I think he felt like something wasn't right, and so he just went and paid for one.
Sure.
I think he went to the doctor. The doctor said, "No, you're all goods." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm all good." So he went and got it checked out, and he had polyps. Polyps.
Yes.
They sound like fun, don't they? Like
Yeah, they
little
do.
bubbles.
You know what I think of when I think of polyps? I think of that, you know, that paper you used to get, or that plastic
yeah.
you used to pop the little...
Pop them.
Yeah.
That's a
polyp.
good name for them, yeah. But they're actually small growths on the lining of the large intestine or rectum. They're common.
Yes.
Not usually serious, Keyzie, but they can lead to bowel cancer. That's one of the bad ones. You don't want the bowel cancer, Keyzie. Not at your age.
No.
Not at my age.
Definitely not.
So they reckon after 45 you should go down there and get them to check it out.
So after 45, so Jase, that'll be you in a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple
Totally,
of years
man.
for you, Jay. So
Yeah.
what you've got to do, and this it took a bit of sussing out, but what you got to do is in the morning you take a couple of pills.
Yes.
And the pills are, what are they called?
Laxatives.
Laxatives. Thanks very much, guys. And then, so I did that at 8 a.m. this morning, and then around 6:30 tonight, 6:30, 7, I've got to start drinking this fluid.
Right, so that'll be happening on the show. That's terrifying.
Well, yeah, you'll be right. And
Well,
I've
that's
got
why he's got the buckets on either side of it.
That's
Oh,
right.
is that what those are for?
And we've got 2 litres of that I've got to drink tonight before I go to bed. And then
2
I got,
litres?
Yeah, and then I got to drink another litre of that tomorrow morning before I go in for my appointment at 10 o'clock.
You say you're going to go to bed. Are you going to go to bed?
Well, I'll be in bed on and off, up and down, up and down. And we got a text in here on 3483, and it says, you just wait for that drink, your nuss turns into a hose.
Charming.
Now, I don't want to get graphic about it, but
Sure.
that doesn't
probably
sound
don't
like a
have
lot
to.
of fun.
No.
But some of the advice that I've been given is that you should also buy yourself a jar of
Vaseline.
Vaseline, and you just pop that on your nuts.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because apparently it can get quite uncomfortable.
Can
down
get a
there.
bit burny.
Can I ask? Can I ask a quick question? Why is it?
Make it quick.
Is it a timing thing? The reason why you're having the drink just before you go to bed?
Yeah, that's right, because you wanted about 12 hours out or so, 12,
Right.
14 hours out from your appointment.
Okay.
But yeah, they've got to clean it right out down there so that they can get in there with a camera. and
How
have
big's
a
the
gaze.
camera?
Have you seen those new iPhone 14s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that.
On a
more of a
selfie
brick.
stick. Yeah.
On a selfie stick.
Yes.
Right, because I thought it would be like a real long, like sort of not very invasive tube thing with a little camera
I
on the
think
end.
that's what you can get.
Right.
But I can't afford, the best service.
Right.
But it should be much of a muchness, man. I mean, a camera's a camera.
Right.
Totally.
And so you're doing this tomorrow afternoon, is that right?
Tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow
10
morning,
a.m.
the actual.
So I got in touch with Matt Heath over the weekend because he had one done late last year.
Yes.
Just to try and get some information because I wanted to come and do the show today, but I wasn't sure if I'd be in any state to.
Yes.
So I thought I'd give old Matty a shout and see how it goes. So I had a yarn with him via text yesterday, and it was interesting. We're going to have a yarn to him next about that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, actually.
So what, the colonoscopy or chatting to Matt?
Both.
Oh.
You're going to take pics and videos?
Videos
and,
overnight, yeah. I'm just going to do a sort of a montage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, fellas,
I'm going to call it Douche.
here's the 2022 GOAT winner, by the way, Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Ugh.
Don't forget, you can vote for the GOAT and win
Oh.
your chance to play for 100K by texting GOAT to 3483.
Yeah.
Thanks, BK.
June!
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, REM there on the radio. Hodaki big show this Monday afternoon. So, Mogey having a colonoscopy tomorrow, and you've had your first emergency dash there, Mogey.
A little dash there.
Yeah, just jogging off to the old bog.
Yep. Felt a bit of a rumbling, and it feels like we're into it.
There's a bit of movement, as it were.
A little bit of movement.
Do we have to be worried, or is that just sort of the...
I don't think you do, but I might.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just feel like I'm in the splash zone here. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay.
Great text here on 3483, which just goes to show why this is such a good idea. It's not nice drinking the drink. Recommends having it with a straw. Makes it a bit easier, especially if you've got 3 litres to drink. And also don't go far from the loo. Good luck. Did a test last year. Unfortunately found out I had stage 3 bowel cancer. I'm okay now, but the bowel scanning saved my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff, man. And that's the reason to do it, huh?
That is the reason to do it, mate.
and
If
now
I've
this-
got it, I want to know about it.
Exactly. The legendary, we've got a, well, I guess you'd call him a superstar of radio, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I would.
absolutely.
Like
of-
a foundational kind of member of this particular station.
Well, he's one of the most sort of decorated, highly decorated radio broadcasters in the country.
That's right.
Massive. I mean, you won't hear him going on about it, though.
No, it's
No.
a back one.
But he recently had a colonoscopy, and so he's going to chat you through it, Mogey. Speaking, of course, of the one and only Matt Heath. Matty, how you going, mate?
Oh, so good. Thanks for the kind words, guys. I really appreciate that.
No worries, man. Well deserved. Well deserved.
So, Matty, you had a colonoscopy last year. Was there a reason, was there any sort of reason that you had to go and have it, or did you just think it was about time?
Oh, well, we did this, that day in Lou, and then
That's right.
they were talking about all the symptoms you look out for, and I was sitting on stage, so we listened to all the symptoms, and I was like, hey, I've got all those.
Yeah.
So I went in, and then they signed me up for colonoscopy.
How good.
So, how good, yeah, how good.
I tell you what, Mogey's a little bit, he seems totally fine to be fair, but he's just wanting to know what the sort of procedure is going to be, how it's going to happen, when it's going to hit him, and all that sort of stuff. I believe he contacted you yesterday, Matty, but he's still needing some clarity.
Well, it was interesting, wasn't it, mate? Because I got in touch with you, Toddy, our boss here at the station. He'd had one before. He couldn't really tell me what was going on. The doctors couldn't really tell me what was going on. So I thought yesterday I'll hit up old Matty Heath. He had one probably, 3 weeks ago. So let's see if I can get any information about him. And I actually felt at the end of that conversation like I knew less. Is that your memory of it?
Well, look, I don't have a lot of memories of it, to be honest. It's all new to me.
Well, look, I just thought.
It was a bit of a Sunday session yesterday, if I'm honest.
I thought, why don't we take that conversation from yesterday and pretend like we were meeting in a bar or something, and I just run into you and see, because I think it's quite easy for a text conversation to go off the rails, and I think if it was in person, it would have been quite an uncomfortable yarn. So let's crack in. You got any music or
some bar atmosphere?
Bit of atmos there.
There you go.
Okay. G'day, Matty.
Oh, hey, Minogue. Yo, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm having this colonoscopy tomorrow, and I was wondering how long after taking the pills did you start pooing?
Oh man, it takes a while, and then it just goes.
Yeah, well, given that I'm taking them tomorrow morning, how's my chances of making it through the drive show, though? I don't take that drink until after the show finishes.
I made it through breakfast. You want to hear a recording of it?
How long between taking the pills and pooing is what I'm trying to work out here.
The unleashing is quite something. Are you on the drink?
Matt, my question is, how long after taking the pills did you poo? I'm trying to establish whether I go to work or do it from home. I'll be taking the pills at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and then I'll have the drink at 6:30 p.m.
Are you on the drink?
Righto. Righto.
The sachets?
Matt,
The sachets.
Matt.
Are you on the sachet?
Matt, recount this conversation back on air tomorrow and get feedback from the listeners as to whether they think you've been helpful or not, okay? And at that point, you just didn't respond.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking at that now. I don't think I was as much help as I could have been.
Can I ask, Matty, very quickly, were you with Keyzie yesterday by any chance?
What can I expect tomorrow, man? Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m, I'm in there. And overnight tonight.
So are you on the sachets? Have you had the drink?
I'm 6:30 tonight, Matt. I'm on the sachets.
Are you serious?
Here we go again.
And when it goes, it'll just go.
Oh, righto. Okay, then beauty. Cheers.
Okay. No, I'll try and be helpful. Now I'm sober, I can be a bit more helpful.
Good on you.
What you'll experience is both the highs and lows of life.
Oh, God.
Because the highs are going to be the drugs you're on are so good. They make you feel so happy.
Great.
But when they take you into the room and you've got that arseless shirt on, the doctor, the hospital shirt.
Yeah.
And then they get you to sort of crunch into the fecal position. And there's
Fecal?
quite a few people, the fetal position, the fetal position. And then your arse is just dead to the world, and there's about 5 or 6 people in the room, and then they lube you up, and then they just stick a camera in your butt, and then...
And that's the bad part.
That's a good part. And then you watch it going around corners, and you do feel a bit vulnerable. That's for sure.
Volnies.
And then you kind of and it's like it goes so deep. It's like nothing. I mean, I don't know whether stuff goes that way up you very often or not. I don't know, but it goes a lot deeper than you'd expect. I mean, all the way around, a whole lot of corners. This whole maze up there. You wouldn't believe how many twists and turns are up there.
Bloody good, mate. All right, well, we might get you back. I've got the day off tomorrow, believe it or not. But we might get back on the show on Wednesday and we can just compare notes.
Hey, did you guys play in the audio? Because I seen in some audio of the...
We
didn't
reviewed it, Matty.
We're not playing it.
We reviewed it. It's not quite up to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good audio.
Hey, Matty, thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it.
Okay, then. See you guys. Love
See
you.
ya.
mate.
Bye.
All right, up next, Sport Chat.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
MGMT there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Huge sporting weekend. Let's get into it. Sport.
Yeah.
Sport.
Balls.
Sport. There was so much going on, actually, Mogey. It's hard to know what to start with, to be honest.
Okay,
Plenty of cricketing action.
there was.
West Indies v Australia. Let's start there. How fantastic, how bloody good the West Indies winning by 8 runs in a scintillating test match that had me by the bullos all weekend.
Yeah, it was a hell of a game. I watched the first couple of days of it, and then I'll be completely honest with you, I forgot that it was on.
Sure.
And then I saw that Australia had declared.
Yes.
And I'm assuming that they declared because they wanted to get involved in a little bit of twilight bowling, try and make the most of that. But the West Indies managed to withstand that and sort of get through that very, very difficult period historically without losing too many wickets, and were able to put together a lead which incredibly, was enough of 216, I believe.
Yeah, there was no one picked the West Indies to win that Test match. Very young side as well. And
I did.
And a new star for the West Indies, Keyzie? A new star.
Oh, the young fella who grew up on that island out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
It was like practicing bowling with like random stuff they found.
Rocks.
Bits of fruit.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Seven, Phil. Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Because
Daryl.
you're our cricketing, professional.
His name is Daryl West.
It's Shamalama Ding Dong Joseph. And yeah, he is an absolute weapon. He's was a security guard up until only recently. He was living on an island that only got internet 5 years ago.
Yes.
He decided a couple of years ago that he would give it a crack, and here we are now. He's getting a 7 for in that final innings, including the last wicket. Hell of a display, albeit in front of about 9 people.
Yes.
Incredibly.
Well, the other thing about his story, too, was that massive foot injury the day before. He didn't even think he was going to play the next day. Gets 7 for.
Indeed. He was not even going to go to the ground on the day, and the physio and doctor talked him into it, and he said the doctor did some magic on his toe, i.e. shot him up with painkillers.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, they didn't do us any favours because we're playing the Aussies very soon. Of course, England versus India, another sensational match. Ollie Pope, 196. T. Hartley, 7 for himself against India. An amazing performance. After they scored 200, England, India got 400 odd. England got a 200-run lead after that and then bowled them out.
What?
The Aussie Open, the tennis, unbelievable. Sabalenka, the women's champion, the beast.
She is a beast.
Keyzie.
She beat Zhang.
The Belarusian beast. If you haven't seen her, she is built like a brick, Dunny. And she literally won in straight sets all the way through the tournament. Played, I think, 7 hours all up of tennis in the entire tournament.
Too easy.
And just dominated everyone.
And you were saying off air, Keyzie, that you couldn't quite understand why the women get the same prize money when they only play 3 sets instead of what the men play, which is 5 sets. Can you talk us through that, man?
Yeah.
And Sinner, of course, for the men, the Italian.
I was about to talk it through it, but
the unprepossessing Italian. Just see him on the street, you wouldn't notice him. A phenomenal tennis player, beating, what's his name?
Medvedev.
The fighter from Russia.
The crybaby. He starts bawling.
I will not have you denigrate him.
Oh, well, I'm going to, and you can sit there and listen to me. That guy cries like a little baby because if the crowd doesn't like him, but he's an absolute sook of a human being, and he needs to get over it because it's costing him games. It's the same thing that Novak Djokovic used to do, where he just quit in the middle of games, and that guy's a shocker. But I like him. I really like him. But if he loses, he's a sook.
Can I also just give a quick shout out to Super Smash for their final just getting rained out, and now it just goes straight to Auckland for finishing top of the table.
Yeah, finally a victory for the great Auckland.
Another string to our bow up.
Totally.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Darcy Clay there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. That could be your goat, fellas.
Could be.
A bit of Darcy Clay for you.
It's not.
I think he got in the top sort of 200 actually last time.
He did.
I feel like he got really high.
Well, he did very well in the 90s till now countdown we did.
Oh, yes.
I think he was in top 5.
That's right, Keyzie.
But it's certainly not my goat. I'm a bit more old school Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones,
Led Zeppelin-y.
yeah.
You know me, fellas.
ZZ Top.
No. But the GOAT countdown, the search to find the greatest of all time as voted by you listeners, it is returning soon thanks to our mates at Burger King. And just by voting, by texting GOAT to 34833 and selecting your favourite tracks, you go in the draw for a chance to play for $100,000. We'll be ripping into that soon, so get to voting.
So good, and I think you can choose 5 songs, Mogey.
You can.
And what you should do, choose your 5 songs, put them on your social media, let everyone know what your choices are. I'm curious.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I need a few tips.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, as you know, this weekend gone, had me wedding anniversary there.
Yeah. And you got maggoted on Friday as well, didn't you?
Well, I wouldn't say maggoted. I had a few.
Yeah, sure.
Just to, responsibly, obviously, as I always do. But last night, had the wedding anniversary, got home quite late, had a big day. This morning, I woke up at an ungodly hour, dawn it felt like, to the neighbours smashing something up with a sledgehammer and using power tools to cut that thing apart. And then dropping what sounded like massive pieces of wood from a great height straight onto the concrete.
Right.
I was furious because it's Monday. It's a public holiday up here in Auckland.
Filthy.
I was filthy about it. And then I looked at my clock and it was 8 a.m.
Looked at your what?
My clock.
Oh, okay.
And it was 8 a.m. And I was just like, 8 a.m. Like, I'm still furious because it's a public holiday and why are you doing this at 8 a.m.? But then again, 8 a.m. is quite late, isn't it? So I was trying to figure out, is that an acceptable thing to be angry about or not?
Well, I think you need to put it in context. Firstly, Keyzie, you were massively hungover.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the first thing. You got to look at through the lens, the blurry lens of Steam Boy.
Right.
And it was probably because, as it turned out, it was just your neighbour taking his bin out. Which is not the same as the carry-on
Well, he was
you
making
just
a massive
described.
racket about
And you
it.
said he dropped a sheet of pink bats. And that was all the racket.
Was
Because
that-
just because it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
sensitive, your hearing and
It
that.
sounded like someone had cut down a tree and it had fallen over.
Because you had a massive pulsing in your head, you said.
Yeah.
That was just pounding
Did I say
away.
that?
Yes. Well, before you came on air.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, I think Sunday is a day of rest, and I'll give you that. But you've had Saturday, you've had Sunday, and I think a public holiday, you can do whatever you want. And it's a time to get things done, I think.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I mean, what time did you say it was?
8 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, it's borderline, but I think he's good. If it was 7, I'd say you might have a case.
Yeah.
But 8 o'clock, I mean, you should have been up and at him by then.
So what point does it switch over? 7:45 or something?
I think
8 on the
I
dot?
think 8 on the dot.
Okay.
I think 7's is a bit of a joke.
Well,
Yeah,
I do
okay.
my weed whacking at 7.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's okay, though.
No, that's all good.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is that all good?
Well, weeds isn't really heavy duty renovation.
But it's two-stroke, though, isn't it? A two-stroke.
Yeah, it is two-stroke.
So it's quite loud, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
not
it could
for
be
me,
regarded as loud, but it's not actual renovation. You know what I mean? It's,
Oh, okay.
it's,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And-
gardening, mate.
And they'll be the first to complain if my bloody grass gets too long.
Who,
You
the
know what I'm
neighbours?
saying? Yeah, totally.
I
mate.
feel like they wouldn't give a crap.
Oh, Keyzie.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Green Day there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Coming up after 6 o'clock, of course, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
Yeah.
Massively popular. Also, What's for Tea New Zealand with Keyzie.
Yeah, also massively popular. So make sure you text me right now, 3483, what you're having for dinner. Say who you are as well and where you're texting from, and you can win a $50 night and day voucher.
What do you think you'll run with tonight? Oh, incidentally, Mogey, by the way, you can't eat, obviously.
No, I had my last meal at 3.
Yes.
So
Tofu?
Do
we're
they
nothing
put
all
you-
the way through.
They don't put you totally under, though, do they?
I'm not sure if it's that. I had my wisdom teeth out, and that was quite an experience, I tell you.
Yes.
By the way, just for those that just joined us, Mogey colonoscopy tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
prepping for it now.
What are you going to have for tea tonight, Keyzie?
We've got some curry. Lamb curry.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No curries work with a massive hangover.
Yeah, it's a real
yeah.
spicy one as well.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
So good.
Spicy.
Yeah. So good.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Monday's going along very nicely indeed. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day.
So good.
Remember, everyone that texts in on 3483 or gives us a call on 0800 Hodaki or gives us a talk back on the iHeartRadio app goes in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
Just quickly, Mogey, can we get a little update on how your pre-colonoscopy laxatives are kicking in?
It's actually settled down.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
settled down again. I thought it was going to be,
All on.
what do they say, Hoity J? And this is a phrase that you and I have bandied about for some years, and that is the largest waterfall starts with but a single drop.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought that was the case, but it seems to have just backed off a bit.
Right, that's good.
Good stuff, mate. Today on the podcast, I think we were chatting mostly about Keyzie being hungover.
Sounds about right.
Well, we
Yeah.
were chatting a lot about, you know how you married into that family so you could use that batch?
Oh, yeah.
We're mostly chatting about that, I think.
When I married my wife, they didn't have the badge.
When I married
Yeah,
my
but-
wife.
You knew that they were thinking of getting one, though, right?
No.
And you suggested where they should get it as
You're
well.
talking out of your ass there,
I
Keyzie.
That's Minogue.
By the way, podcast outro is bonus material we do outside of the show, and it sounds a bit like this.
What actually happened to the batch? Because your wife rang me in tears last night.
Did she?
And I could hear you just snoring in the background, doing a massive steamer. And we've been messaging heaps as well. And I was like, look, so good.
So I was snoring and doing a massive steamer at the same time.
Oh, it was embarrassing.
Can I ask what a massive steamer sounds like, Keyzie, since you heard it?
I don't want to play the audio back.
No, we've got some audio.
No, it sounds terrible. Pretty much. Hey, keep those texts coming through for what's on the dinner table. So what's for tea in New Zealand with me, Keyzie, who's a wee bit dusty.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Jane's Addiction there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, and right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah, hey guys, text here from Steve. What's for tea, New Zealand? With me, Keyzie. Lots of texts. What?
Didn't say anything, Keyzie.
Sorry, I felt like I was...
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Jeez.
Holy.
Yeah, hold up.
Jeez,
Sorry.
man.
Lots of texts coming through on 3483 as per usual, with people saying what they're having for dinner and that.
What are they having for dinner and that?
G'day, fellas. I've just started having tea. 5 VBs. Good eating.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
5 VBs.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it's delicious. Having haggis, neeps, and taties for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
What's neeps?
No idea, actually.
Don't know about neeps.
Have you ever had a haggis, Mogey?
No.
Neither. I'm curious.
Sheep's
Curious, but I'm
stomach
not interested.
lined with like other
Yeah, it's like
innards
mincy sort of goodness, I
and
think.
lots of herbs, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of cracked pepper, a little bit of salt.
Yum. Oh man, there's heaps of texts coming through on 3483. How many do we want? 3 more?
Yeah,
3 more
5.
goodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
G'day guys, Trevor here. Been camping all weekend. Got some leftover cold saucies to have tonight. Yum.
Oh, what do you think about that, Keyzie?
Oh, sorry, hang on. Not even going to heat those bastards up.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah,
Nice.
good.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of lemon zest.
Yeah, Bob's your uncle.
What about like sauce, tomato?
No, Keyzie. Not sauce.
With a sauce? Okay. Just
Where do you
seems
get
like,
these ideas
well,
from,
it just
man?
seems like that's what... Okay, don't worry
You
about
are
it.
wackadoo.
G'day, fellas. Made a stir fry tonight. The wife wanted rice. I decided to have noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. It's from Daryl.
I would have gone with his wife on that. I like rice for my stir fries, not noodles.
Do you like white basmati rice or brown rice?
White basmati.
Sorry, white or basmati, because they're different.
Well, you can get a white basmati.
Oh, yeah.
Basmati is white.
Yes.
Sorry, Mikey, you were good. You were making a crazy face for a guy who
Yeah,
just
are
took
you
a
about
whole
to
heap of
blow
laxatives.
Mogey in the middle of dinner chat?
I just stubbed my toe on the
Oh,
chair.
right, okay. Sure, thank God for that.
The look on his
I
face.
know, I thought you'd gone there.
Nah.
One more text, eh?
2 more.
All right, here's 2 more texts, all right? G'day, fellas. Just having takeaway tonight, fish and chips. Cheers.
Takeaway tonight, fish and chips.
Cheers.
See, if I was writing that text, I'd just say, "Hi, fellas, I'm having fish and chips tonight."
yeah.
Not takeaways, because it's sort of, you get that, you know.
Exactly.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of lemon.
Bit of
Zest?
black pepper.
No, not zest, Keyzie.
Just lemon
you don't have
juice.
zest.
Just a lemon.
Why would you put lemon zest
Oh,
on
God.
your chips?
Right.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Gorillas there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon, and right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Really good, Jase.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Did you hear that?
I thought I
think
helped.
Keyzie dropped out halfway through
What?
there.
He
Is that
did.
what happened?
I
And
thought
you-
Jase did.
You could really hear it improve.
Yeah, it's his dry throat, I think.
Oh, probably.
is it?
Yeah.
You want some water, Keyzie?
Yes, please.
Did you smoke too many durries, man?
No?
Yeah, how
know
did
how
you
you
go on
do
the
it.
durries over the weekend,
What
Keyzie?
did you guys watch on TV over the weekend?
Hey! I watched a movie. It was one of the things I watched, and it was called No Hard Feelings. And it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it.
Oh,
Oh, is that the new one where she is all
It's a new
sexy
one.
and
So
that?
this is
Love
one
Jennifer
where
Lawrence.
the overbearing parents of a 19-year-old that's about to go to Princeton. He's a bit of a nerd. He's got no mates. He's never made love to a woman. They advertise for somebody to have a date with their son, and in return, that person will get a car. Which would
Wow.
And so Jennifer Lawrence is keen
Jen-
because she needs a car so she can keep driving taxis so she can save money to save the house that her mother left her, who's passed away. And she's about 35 or something, or 34, and the kid's 19.
Right.
It is garbage.
what's it called again?
No Hard Feelings.
Okay.
About as good as it sounds. But
Hey.
but I know that you're going to watch it, Jase, because you're in love with Jennifer Lawrence.
I do love her.
There is a very funny scene where she is, I think it's her, unless it works some magic, she is stark naked. She goes skinny dipping.
Right.
And some kids steal her clothes, but she just comes running out of the water and beats them all up while she's completely naked.
Keyzie, can you take that look off your face, please?
What look?
just when he mentioned the nakedness.
Well, I just got a big grin on my face.
Can I just clarify, was it one date that she had to go on or several?
Well, she's trying to make love, but he's like, well, I'm not really keen because I don't know you. And
Right,
so
okay.
she has to continue to get to know him. And, of course, then she actually likes him, but not in that way because she's too old.
What time?
But it would be an interesting film if it was the other way around. If it was a 35-year-old guy that was trying to have a date with a 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And what was that on?
That is, I rented it on iTunes.
He had to pay for that, Jase.
I mean, I tell you what, I watched it all the way to the end. I didn't look at my phone, and I probably laughed once.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So you have to pay for that, so that's a no-go for Hoodie J. As you know, I was at the Batch. No Netflix and all that sort of jazz. It's very basic stuff at the Batch. It was just sport for Hoodie J yesterday. All the fantastic cricket matches.
How did you watch that?
Well, they do have Sky, but they don't have the movies and all that. So I don't have Netflix and Neon and all the normal stuff.
You could
I
log
have.
in as yourself to get it.
Well, not on that TV.
Yeah, you can.
No, it sounds like he's got you got a dish or something out there.
Yeah, it's a wind-up one.
Yeah.
So sport, cricket, tennis. Good times.
Douche.
So that was me. What did you watch, Keyzie? Oh, you wouldn't have watched anything because you were steamed.
I got home late last night after my wedding anniversary shindig with my wife there, and we started watching random shit on YouTube, which sort of resulted in us watching like spine-tingling performances of acts on X Factor and stuff back in the day, and then Googling them and going, wait, whatever happened to them? And then you go, oh, nothing.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, it was shit.
Yeah.
So good.
Sounds good. Well, there you go.
Cheers.
Bit of faith no more for you.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yeah, don't let me down, team. The Kooks there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Hey, listen, everyone, the GOAT is back, as is your chance to possibly win $100,000.
That's right, the 100k GOAT voting officially opened this morning, 8:30am on the Matt and Jerry Show. Basically, if you would like to vote and in 3 weeks' time contribute to that awesome countdown, you text the word GOAT to 34883, vote for 3 of your favourite tracks, and then in exchange you get in the draw to eventually possibly play to win $100,000. So it's worth doing. It's thanks to Burger King.
How good, mate.
How good.
Yeah.
Have you voted yet, man?
No, not yet. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to vote.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it 5 tracks?
Is it 5, is it? I don't know.
I think it is 5 tracks. You can choose 5 tracks.
Cool.
So I'm just, because I've got
Isn't it 30 tracks?
So many to choose from. It's hard, isn't it, mate? It's like people say, what's your favourite song of all time? And you go, well, gee, I'm such a muse.
It changes so much.
It changes all the time.
It does.
Depends what mood I'm in.
It depends what mood I'm in.
You know what I'm
mood
saying?
are you in now?
Oh, I'm pretty jolly mood.
So like American Idiot or something, or Basket Case?
Oh, a bit of Green Day for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or a bit of The National.
Oh, weirdly enough, I'm tuning away from the National
Even
now.
though you've got their gig coming up soon.
Well, I'm definitely doing the gig.
Oh, yeah, you love them.
But seriously, get involved in this competition. It's going to be an absolute doozy. And also post your 5 choices on your social media. Let us know.
Right. It
Show
is worth
off.
doing. It is. So text GOAT 34883. Vote for your favourite tracks, and once again, get in the draw to play for a cool $100,000. Brought to you by the BK Whopper, which is the GOAT of burgers. Whopper. Remember that? Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you massive backbones. That's your Monday show done and dusted. Mogey, your plans for the night, taking it easy, obviously, just, looking after yourself. Good luck for the colonoscopy tomorrow.
Thanks,
and,
man.
I'm hoping that tonight's not too explosive and that you get some rest.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'll have tomorrow on the couch and that, but I think tonight's going to be interesting.
Yes.
And I will be keeping a video diary.
That'd be
I
great.
don't want anybody missing out.
I don't think video diary is necessary.
I think a video diary will be the only way to truly experience what I'm going through.
I don't need... Okay.
Especially of the toilet bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I'm
Before and
curious,
after.
because you said it's like a 12-hour evacuation.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what comes out in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
in the
it's
end,
poos,
it's
isn't
sort of
it?
like, it just looks like saliva, I think.
Oh, yeah. It was like you last night, Keyzie, when you were doing the big chunder on the wharf
Oh, the
there.
big chunder,
and you said
yeah,
you
on the
got it
wharf.
all out, and then it was just big stringy saliva.
Yeah, that's right, Jase. Did I tell you that, or did my wife tell you that?
Oh, no, it was your wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Keyzie.
What?
Quiet one for you. Oh, no, you got netball, have you?
I've got netball tonight, and we need an extra player, so my wife's filling in.
Yeah.
So
You looking forward to that?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Ah,
No, it's good to run around and sort of get back to moving around and stuff.
sure.
Being a human and that.
I'd be keen as just to be lying on the couch, though. Oh,
What, crapping yourself?
Just having if I was you,
when you're hungover,
Yeah.
a pizza and a couple of beers.
You have a pizza and some
pizza.
beersies.
Pizza, have a pizza, man.
And some beersies.
What are you doing, Jase?
I'm just about to go and do a podcast with my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
When's that
Nice.
released?
I don't know yet. We're just going to have a little tutu and see what it's
Yeah.
about.
See if you guys have got chemistry.
Yeah, totally.
If not, you and I can swap out.
You and my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Keyzie and Mills. Hey, now listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show this Monday afternoon. Yes, we are Backbones for coming in when everyone else is on holiday in Auckland City. We appreciate your contributions. Till tomorrow. See you later.
See ya.